We recording already?
Am I late for the first show?
Man, this is your fucking house.
It's my house. You never told me you were here, dude.
I'm on the ball. On the ball, my man.
How's that look? Is that better?
What's better? Yeah.
It's all black. I just blend in anyway.
All right, welcome back,
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Good to be back.
How was your holiday?
It was nice.
Yeah?
Thanks for asking.
Awesome.
How was your holiday?
Fantastic.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I mean, all pandemic-y crowd. Yeah, be covered. Oh, man, you'll get us in trouble.
So we are down in a hole. My name is Blaine, and that is Jono.
Yeah,
We've reset a little bit.
I missed all this.
Yeah, it was cool. As you can see, we've changed some things. Made it a bit more cluttered. It wasn't cluttered enough, so we had to get more clutter.
We wanted to really make it feel like we're down in a hole.
Yeah.
You know?
And we got a second camera.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Look at that. Up in the production values for
With
season 2, folks.
Yep. Don't throw away old iPhones because they come in handy.
They're incredible. We've got they're all over the place.
I can see 3 right here.
Fantastic. Cheers, buddy.
What's that, man?
Man, this...
Okay, wait. You sent me a text that said something to the effect of, dude, don't forget to ask me why the Xbox Series S has got me back into console gaming.
Oh, man.
And then look what's here.
So to preface this, I've been a gamer my entire life.
As
since 2-3 years old. I spent 10 years working for EB Games, a number of those as an assistant manager. So I've seen some shit. I've seen some ups and some downs in terms of the game industry. They came out with The Last of Us Part 2 a couple years ago. And it was around that time I just kind of felt like, you know what? I'm just not really feeling what they're doing on consoles anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, because the second one was kind of a flop, I heard. I don't have a PlayStation, so I've never played it.
I honestly haven't even started it yet.
Oh, okay.
I got the limited edition console that came with the game, but I still haven't even tried the game yet. I kind of I play a little bit of Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart.
Who doesn't?
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Man. So I play that and stuff with the kids, but it just wasn't. And then I got the kids into playing Fortnite, so I'm playing Fortnite with them. And then 343 dropped Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what started this whole thing. It came in December 8th, I believe, was the release date.
So it was Halo's fault.
Yeah, Halo. And I also blame Microsoft in a sense that you cannot play 4-player split screen on the Xbox One or One X, which is the one that I did previously have. So that's the last generation.
New generation.
This is the new generation here. But the game came out on both. It was kind of like the swan song for the Xbox One. Kind of the last hurrah.
So was that not an Xbox One?
No, this is an Xbox Series S.
I thought that was just a different version of the Xbox One.
This is a whole new generation.
This is the next generation?
This is what's coming in to compete with the PS5.
Oh.
Nintendo, they're doing their own thing, and they're awesome. I love Nintendo and everything they do.
Yeah.
But this thing, so I wanted to play 4-player Halo, I guess 3-player Halo with my kids.
Yeah.
So I load up Halo Infinite multiplayer, which is unreal, by the way.
Cross-platform, too, because I play on PC with him on that.
It's fantastic. But I go to play with both kids, but I can only have 2-player split screen on the Xbox One X, so I do a little bit of research. Like I said, I've been out of it for a little bit, a year or two, so...
So you're thinking it's got to be possible.
Google's your best friend, folks. You can ask Google anything and find the answer. It's amazing. So I did some research, and I was like, I can do it on the Series S. So I got in touch with some folks at GameStop or EB Games, and turns out there's a trade promotion, so I was able to trade in my old Xbox, upgrade to the new generation, and it didn't even cost me $150.
Oh, wow.
And there is some technology in this.
That didn't even cost you $150 with the trade-in?
No.
What is it? Straight off.
$370, $999, and you wouldn't believe it. We'll look up the technology.
That's fucking cheap, dude.
I'll get you to look up the specs here.
Okay.
In a moment. But this thing's unreal. There's no disk drive in the Series S. It is tiny. Like this thing, it's portable, it's light. So I mean, you move it room to room. You
Give
can,
me that thing.
you can put it in a backpack.
So what's
It's
this?
unreal.
What's this deal on top? Is that just like a grill?
That is the grill. That's your heat. Your exhaust is coming out of there. It's also coming out through the sides as well.
Yeah.
But your main.
Also, it's just lots of heat vents because they
Yeah.
really compressed it all.
It's an amazing little machine.
Storage expansions.
Yeah,
What are all these
there's
things
actually
back here?
Seagate makes. Then they're available in different sizes, but you just go. That HDMI.
Oh God! Should I fake dropping it? That's always fun.
Oh, you can afford to buy me another one.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It doesn't matter if I could afford it. You'd make me buy you another one.
HDMI 2.1. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I have been dreaming all these.
Got it?
Oh yeah, all these PC guys and their frame rates. And
Yeah.
all this crap I've been hearing over the years. Well, let me tell you. Sitting down playing. I was playing Doom Eternal this afternoon.
Nice. Good
100,
choice.
120 frames per second. Beautiful.
In combination with your brand new television purchase.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I got to credit Amazon. I don't know if you checked through that link, but Amazon, if you've been like a long time buyer, you build up, I guess, like some credit with them. So I was able to get it on like a 12-month. There's absolutely
I've seen that. When I clicked on that,
Yeah,
it offers, like, you can buy the TV for, say, $2,000. And then
I got it on sale. I think it was $15.99 or $16.99 when I got it. It was
right. But there was another option for, like, to finance it for a year or two.
Let me tell you, all you have to do is pay for the shipping and the tax. And I off the get go, it cost me like $340. So it was like the shipping and tax and my first payment. And then you just.
Oh, you did the payment plan.
Yeah.
And
there's no interest.
I was just going to say, because I looked at the payment plan, and it looked like you just paid 12 times, which equals the price.
Yeah. So basically, what you're doing is you're like making every month you're making an Amazon purchase for like $100 and something bucks,
$160,
and you get your TV
for 14 months, and then you get your television.
It's not. I just got the TV in January. I think it's done being paid for in November.
Because let's say it was $2,000, just for easy math. It said something like that, like, oh, $2,000 television, or you can pay this much a month, which will equal in 12 months $2,000. And I'm like, there's no interest.
No.
Dude.
And Walmart
I might be buying like guitars on there now.
If you actually go onto Amazon, you can type in like monthly payments, and it will literally bring up like all the stuff that you can buy with monthly payments.
Oh. And that's only available to people who have been on there for a while?
There's like a certain, but it's like a friggin' list of like 3 things. You have to be a member for like at least a year, and you have to have a valid card, and you have to have like a good payment history. So like when you buy stuff, like the sale goes through, it doesn't get declined. Like as long as they don't, you know what I mean?
You got bad credit cards coming back on you and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I think as long as you're clear that way, you're all right. But yeah, that's how I got that TV. And let me tell you, man, wow, what a dream this thing is to play on. Like.
Because for those of you that don't know technology, like frame rates and stuff, like, oh, I'm playing this game at 300 frames per second. You can't actually see 300 frames per second if your display is 60 hertz. If your display, such as these ones we're staring at right now, or even my computer monitor and my television, they're all 60 hertz.
Yeah.
So they're refreshing 60 times per second. Well, if I have a 30 frames per second game, it doesn't, or a 300 frames per second
You're not
game,
gonna see it.
You can't see the 3. It'll run super smooth, but then you get into screen tearing sometimes that's what vertical sync is.
And you'll notice
it'll kind of sync with your monitor.
Yeah.
And the game coming on computers anyway, and your game coming in, and then otherwise you'll get screen tearing.
Yeah.
Which is ugly and distracting. So you turn on VSync, but then it'll kind of bottleneck your game depending on the other hardware. And so now you have how many hertz is this television?
140.
Is it 120?
120, and it has like this crazy variable refresh rate thing. QLED.
It is QLED. Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta come over and check.
I gotta come over and play this thing. And play this thing on that thing.
Yeah, it's wild. It's.
What was the other thing you were just gonna say? It's got the 120 hertz.
I was just for those that are into gaming but don't really know, like when it comes to the frames per second. Blaine was just talking about the refresh rate and the refreshing of the screen, but the frames per second is how many frames of how many images they can throw at you in a second.
Yeah.
So when for me, a good comparison, if you look back to, say, Halo 3 and then step into like some Call of Duties, and you'll see the difference between what 30 frames per second looks like and 60. Like 60 feels a lot faster, it's smoother, everything just transitions well.
And now you've doubled that.
Getting up into 120, man, oh my God.
But that doesn't run. So that's a 4K television. That doesn't throw out a 4K signal.
It throws out 1440p upscaled to 4K.
Okay. So that 1440, I believe, is 2K.
I believe so. Yeah, it's like 21 something by.
Yeah.
I believe
1440.
Please in the comments throw down.
It's 20.
I don't know.
2160 something by 1440.
It's a lot of pixels this way and a lot of pixels
so
this way.
You're
and it
taking,
looks nice.
and that's still high def. Like that's still twice as good as 1080p. So you've got a 1080p image.
Yeah.
Now this is 1440p. That's twice the size of 1080p, and then they're bumping it up 2 more times to 4K to come off that TV.
I'm just going to throw a little asterisk in there because there are a couple of games that actually do run native 4K on this.
No shit.
Basically, it's like what the developers aren't limited. Like the CPU in this is the same CPU that's in the Series X, which is like the big monster Xbox.
Okay, so there's different versions of
There's this one, then the next one's got 4K Blu-ray player. Like it has the disc drive.
Okay, so you still can purchase a console with a tray in it.
You could like finding one for less than $850 on eBay.
See, that'd be gnarly though to have an actual 4K
That's why
player.
Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft, or it's not Microsoft, sorry, the head of Xbox, is a freaking genius, man. Because PS5s, same tech in both. They've got their PS5 with the disc, and they've got a PS5 that's digital. Yeah. Because of the semiconductor shortage that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
You can't find either PS5. So they're actually going back and making more PS4s.
Wasting your time, Sony.
Blows my mind. And limiting developers, man. Limiting like AAA developers. Limited because you can't focus 100% on new tech when you have to make sure you accommodate
for old tech.
Yeah. Whereas Microsoft's like, here's what we're going to do.
Basically, they're forcing people to create games for the PS4, then they're just going to upscale it.
That's what they're doing like now. That's what they've been doing, but it's I know it's mind blowing. So weird. Microsoft,
download a high res textures.
Yeah,
that doesn't really do it, man.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It's a step in the right direction. But.
It's Sony just not paying attention to how the world is going. Microsoft, they're like, here. Not only are we going to make a system that even on paper is more powerful than the PS5.
Right.
So you can't find that Xbox either, much like the PS5. They're very, very tough to find in the wild. But Microsoft's like, we're going to give you a lower price option. We're going to lower the resolution a little bit and the frame rate. So there's not every game you'll get 120 frames per second on this, but there's quite a few that will. The X will do all of them in 4K 120. But Microsoft's like, here, for less than the cost of the PS4 Pro, we're going to get you into the new. We're going to deal with this thing for the next 8 years. It's going to be supported like the other one the entire time.
Yeah.
And you can walk into a store right now and get into the new generation of gaming.
Yeah.
Like and these are available like
it's
everywhere.
Not even $400.
$379.99.
And we're talking Canada.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy cheap.
And like I basically the setup I have in my living room.
Does it come with a controller? Like all this stuff you got?
This is the controller it comes with. I have a rechargeable battery pack on it, which is why this part's black.
Those
normally it's white.
So nice too, dude.
The biggest thing for me
doesn't work. Take it back.
If you can hold it up there to our sweet secondary camera. So if you hold it up there for a second, there's the big button in the middle that'll turn on the system and off and bring up your menu and all that. There's your other two buttons just below that are kind of like your old start and select.
Those two there?
Yeah, they look different, but I still call them start and select. Yeah. I mean, I'm old. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then there's the little share button down there.
That's the little one in the middle?
That is key. Any game you're playing, you press that button, it just takes a screenshot. If you have it set up, it automatically uploads it to the Xbox network. You can grab that photo right off the app, share it to Instagram, which is what I do it on. Very simple.
That's it.
Just press the button.
Just hit it, save.
press and hold it for a couple of seconds, it'll save the last like 15 seconds of video.
Nice.
And you can share it real easy too.
So that's how you're sharing your Halo Infinite like ass kicking stuff
Oh yeah.
on Instagram, because you're just you pull off some shenanigans that's absolutely amazing. So then you just bank the video and post it on Instagram.
Yeah, so there's you just share that share button. There's an Xbox app. I don't know if that'll even show if you can get
That's
that.
possible. We'll see what happens.
I don't
Wait
know.
for it to load up so you can actually see something.
Or down the-
So what's this doing here?
So that's the Xbox app. So get in there. There's a little option at the bottom with some bars.
Yep.
You tap that. You can look at all your captures. You can save them to your phone. You can share them right from this app.
When you save it,
It
it's in the cloud. It's there.
It's in the cloud immediately, and I can access it in the app and share away.
That's really neat.
It's genius. I sat there watching.
That's just a lot of fun.
Rachel was trying to make a video on her PlayStation.
They didn't even need to make that,
No,
but it's just fun and it works.
it gets. I mean, technology is such a big part of our society. It's just it gets Xbox into different aspects of it,
Yeah.
and together like remote.
And even on Instagram, it's just a square crop.
Yeah.
But I can watch your stuff and it looks fine because all the stuff's happening in the center of the screen anyway, so it doesn't matter
Yeah, like sharing
if you
stuff.
chop the sides off.
Like sharing stuff in games that you and I play together too. Like
Yeah.
that Overkill I got.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, is that one of our games?
Hold on, that's coming up right now.
Double kill. Triple kill. Overkill. Killing spree.
Clips.
All right,
We
yeah.
can play them.
Season 2, guys.
Yeah.
And
Production value.
gals. And all the other folks in the world. We're stepping up.
Yeah, that's
We're
it.
stepping up. Oh, 2 words. 2 words as to why this brought back my love for gaming.
Oh, yes, this was the initial question that spawned this episode. Yes.
Game Pass.
Oh, damn, I forgot to ask you about that.
It's $16.99 a month.
Yeah.
So that's your online membership, which is normally like $8 to $10 a month anyway. You get
for gold, you mean?
yeah. So
Is that still in effect, silver gold?
you can still buy that, but if you get the Ultimate Game Pass, you get gold. You get access to EA Play, which is a bunch of EA games.
So how much is Xbox Live Gold? A month.
To buy for a year, I think it's $69.
So is that an additional cost on that, or can you just get both in a lump?
Well,
and
that's
it's
what.
$100?
So you can buy Game Pass, or if you buy Game Pass Ultimate, it's everything. So that's what I do. So it's the price of like Netflix.
Right.
And at any
Really?
point, yeah,
Like $15 a month.
$16.99.
$16 a month.
And you get like Netflix for games. There's well over
Yeah.
100 games that you can access and download. I'm always like downloading and reinstalling games all the time. If you have a good internet connection, these things are mint.
Because they used to have like a game of the month on Xbox Live.
Oh,
if you had gold.
yeah. I think there's like 5 or 6 now.
Oh,
a
is it
month.
really?
Yeah, and then every first party title new is day 1 on Game Pass.
Wow.
So like Halo Infinite, I was able to start playing campaign day 1 and just on my subscription to Game Pass.
Can you preload that?
Halo, you couldn't. I can't remember the reason why, but Halo was a game that, like, even if you purchased the game, you weren't able to do it.
Because I know a lot of when they first started doing that downloadable, like on Steam, sometimes the servers would crash.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing like, oh, you could purchase the game and then preload it, and then
Yeah.
on launch day you download like a 2 megabyte file to unlock the game. So that way on launch day they're not trying to push down a zillion gigabytes of game content. They're just sending out a little patch to everybody.
Yeah,
and
so
not blowing servers
on
up.
that note, like Activision, for the love of God,
Yeah, Activision, you paying attention?
why do I have to install every aspect of Call of Duty if all I want to play is Warzone? Why do I need 120 gigabyte install?
Do you?
Yeah.
On computer you don't.
Consoles are a little bit different. My install, I had to install everything.
Oh. No, because I could select what I have.
Oh, not on console.
I played the campaign and I removed it. And then I installed co-op, and then we don't really play, so I removed it.
However,
It's still gigantic. It's still
I
annoying.
don't know, because with this particular, like with this new generation of systems, you might be able to do that. With Gear, I haven't played it. I don't even want to waste my hard drive space. Call of
You'd have
Duty.
to patch it every day with a 20 gigabyte patch.
It's crazy. But like, yeah, what developers are able to do nowadays with this is just, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Like Gears of War. I can install just the campaign.
Yeah.
I can install just the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's like they're creating this game, and then you're just able to install what you want.
And for those,
Because the size of these things are so astronomical, like,
and they're
200 gigabytes of space on my computer to play Warzone. I got co-op.
I honestly have thought they all
crazy.
sucked since Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, they make the same game all the
Man,
time.
I'll tell you, working at EB Games or GameStop,
You learn to hate some of this
my
stuff.
God, Call of Duty was my most hated game every year because I had to work the midnight release for this game that I thought absolutely sucked. So,
Well, they haven't done anything different in a really long time. I mean, Halo's still Halo, but at least they didn't saturate themselves.
well, here's the back in
How
Modern.
many Call of Duty games are there?
Oh, way too many.
There's got to be
Way
40
too
of them.
many. But back in Modern Warfare 2, you could get up to level 70 and get a shotgun called the Model 1887. That you could
Duels.
run duels. Yeah, so you could run dual Model 1887s. This shotgun, man, I swear to God, you could hit someone from one corner of the map to the other. If you were just starting out in that game, you
Yeah.
don't have that. You start out with crap.
Yeah,
Give me Halo. I want to start out with the same guns you're starting out
yeah.
with. I want
Yeah.
it to feel like a real competition.
Getting absolutely waxed by everybody is not fun.
And now with the frame rates getting up where they are in Halo, like it's not even close.
No, and that's the thing too. I don't know if you wanted to talk more about Halo, but even getting it on my
We'll
computer.
do our own Halo video. We're gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you want to do a Halo video? Okay, I'll save this for the Halo video. But
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So Xbox. So see, I must have missed it. I'm kind of backpedaling, but like, I have an Xbox 360. I skipped it and built that computer.
Yeah, you skipped the
for
Xbox One. Yeah,
And now there's an X. See, for some reason I thought that the Series S was just a modified Xbox One.
no.
Because when did the
It's all
PlayStation
new.
4 come out?
It has a similar look to it. Oh
Yeah.
man, they came out.
So was there a bunch of Xbox Ones as well? Did they have different versions of that? Maybe I got
There was like
lost.
the original like VCR looking Xbox One, and then there was the Xbox One S.
See, that's probably
the
where I
smaller
started
one.
losing track of what they were doing.
And then there was
So this is their answer to the PlayStation 5.
this is like their I don't even want to say budget because the dollar value of technology you get in this box is unbelievable.
It's not budget, but yeah, you don't get a disc drive. So, you take a couple of cuts.
But it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, and it works amazing. Like, you're
And everybody's got high-speed internet if you live in a city.
you're like your Netflix, your Disney Plus,
all built in.
Crave, Prime. That's all in here. The Edge web browser works great on it. I watch my WWE network on the web browser on there. It works mint.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's the only thing it's missing is a disk drive. But like we are in 2022 now.
Dude,
I honestly I don't know how much longer we're even gonna see.
there's a disc drive in this right there. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Look
But
at
for
that.
console games, I don't even think you're gonna see.
I haven't touched a disc drive on my computer in years.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see the next generation have
I don't
disk
even.
drives.
I built that computer with an optical drive in it. It's a. I don't even think it's a Blu-ray player. I think it's just a dual-layer DVD player. I don't think I've ever used it.
Well, if you're gonna download stuff, Steam.
That's what I mean. I've been
Steam,
using.
There's everything else.
I've been using Steam ever since Steam was a thing, and it's been amazing.
Absolutely.
Can't complain about Steam at all. I love that thing. Everything's on sale. And now with all the free stuff like Infinite, Fortnite, Warzone, Apex Legends, and there's probably about 40 other ones that I don't even know exist.
Apex
But-
is pretty good.
Is it? Yeah,
It's all right.
but
I don't know. If I'm gonna play like a battle royale type game, like I said, I play Fortnite with the kids. That's pretty much my go-to.
yeah.
Like
What are you looking up there?
just the specs on this Series S, but
Yeah, because I know they got some pretty beefy hardware in there. I've seen some talks about like the Intel chips that they use in there, and it's some serious stuff. So what's
tech specs. So you're the PC guy, so I'll let you take
Yeah.
a look here. And at
CPU
3
custom Zen 2 CPU 8 cores, GPU 4 teraflops. See, that doesn't even seem like even that doesn't like eight cores. It's not like gigantic because they have, and it's like running at 3.6 gigahertz. Like it's fast. But
for
it's
$379.
But that's what I mean. For what they're able to do in that, I mean, that's more than what you need, I would imagine.
And I mean, if you're sitting 10 feet away from your TV,
Memory and storage.
the difference
So
between
you've got 10. Oh, so it's got 10 gigs of memory. That's cool. What have we got on my computer? 24. Yeah, memory's a big deal. When you put in a lot of memory,
yeah,
that
absolutely
really helps.
Absolutely.
Or it has an internal hard drive of only 512. How do you expand it? Can it take USB hard drive extensions?
It can. But it needs to be solid
Oh, there it is,
state.
right there. Expandable storage support for 1 terabyte Seagate expansion card. So that's what that gigantic
Expansion
thing is
storage slot right here, and it just pops in, and as soon as you plug it in, it's ready to go.
Xbox Series X and S matches internal storage exactly, sold separately. Support for 3.1 USB external HDD, sold separately. Oh, so you can plug in an external hard drive?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, gaming at 1440p, up to 120 FPS. Sound.
It'll do
Wow,
Dolby
PCM
Atmos.
7.1, dude.
7.1 and Dolby Atmos. I don't know.
And Dolby Atmos. Holy shit.
That actually got me interested in doing a Dolby Atmos setup, getting the speakers in the ceilings and shit.
I'm coming over, man. Atmos is fucking gnarly.
That's crazy. That's gnarly. So this thing is like,
That's
you're
like
good to go for the
theater
future.
Shit, like, huh? And then there's your port count: 1 HDMI 2, 3 USB 3s, wireless AC dual band, Ethernet, yeah, accessories, and it weighs 4.25 pounds.
Yeah, it doesn't weigh much at
I'm
all.
surprised the chip though. The chip doesn't, like, the actual CPU itself doesn't seem to be like an astronomical thing, but that's how they can keep the price down. Because something like that, especially I find when it comes to central processing units, when you start cranking them up, you just start adding $400 every time you hop sometimes.
Yeah, and you got to think back, the original Xbox, which, I mean, back then, like, graphics on that were unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was a Pentium 3.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't anything super
It's
crazy
more-
fancy. It was a Pentium 3. It wasn't.
Because there'll be a CPU and then there'll be a GPU.
It's not.
So and then together with a lot of RAM, like having 10 gigs of RAM is awesome, and then all of it together just makes it work.
And as Nintendo has proven, it doesn't matter how great the technology is. It's what you can do with the technology.
Yeah, like those boys that made the GoldenEye 007 for Nintendo 64. They'd never made a shooter before, so they didn't know the rules.
It was just a small group of them.
Yeah.
Just a little tiny team. And like
There's
the
a thing on.
Man, the multiplayer, the fact the multiplayer was just tacked on, like it
Yeah.
wasn't even like, it was not originally part of the plan for the game.
I stumbled across some stuff on YouTube. There's a channel called like War Stories or something. And it's about video game companies making their game.
Man, I have
And-
Perfect Dark,
Yeah, I have Perfect Dark too,
but I have it on this.
as well.
So they did
Really?
they did a remake on the Xbox 360 of the N64 version.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the backwards compatibility, at any point in time, you can go into Game Pass or in the store, whatever, and you can play across Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Series S/X games. Like, immediate backwards compatibility.
Nice. So
Like,
you can go back. You can play Perfect Dark on that, like 5 or 6 generations.
I
later.
can literally, in like almost the snap of a finger.
And that was made for Nintendo 64, but Rare now belongs to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, you want to come over and see a pretty game? You want to see Sea of Thieves? That pirate adventure game that Rare made for Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen water
Oh,
look so freaking realistic.
water's hard to do.
Hot water is very hard to do, and man, Sea of Thieves, it's fun just hopping in a boat and just going in the water and just looking at it.
Let's
looking
just
around.
Look at it.
Just look at it. Would you just look at
Let's
it?
just go look at it.
But for $379, like, man, I can't. If you want to get into the next generation of gaming and you're kind of hesitant, like, it's an amazing streaming device. Like, I think Apple TVs are, $200-$300 now anyway, right?
Yeah. So you might as well get a next gen console.
You're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I've clearly skipped a couple generations of consoles because I always had Nintendos. I have every Nintendo they ever made. Well, not Virtual Boy and stuff, but I've got Game Boy, original NES, Super NES, GameCube, Nintendo 64. I do have a Wii somewhere. I never really used it. I don't have a Switch. Wii 2. I got out of
in
that
my house.
because that's when I kind of flipped to Xbox, the original Xbox One,
Yeah.
and then Xbox 360, and then that's it.
Now, don't get me
Because
wrong.
I've been on computer.
I'm not like an Xbox fanboy. I love video games. Like I have one Xbox in my house, well, aside from my classic ones.
Yeah.
But like the wife and I, like we have 2 PS4 Pros.
Yeah.
That we play. I mean, we've got Switches. Like I mean, coming from where I work, man, like I love.
You have to appreciate all of it.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't, you get involved into some of the stupidest arguments you'll ever ever hear in your life.
You ever played God of War, man? Fuck PlayStation. Fuck Sony. Yeah, but you're saying fuck to God of War.
There are so many times that I just stood behind the counter and was like, man, I'm so glad I'm getting paid to deal with this shit right now.
Right.
I mean, it just wasn't
Speaking
enough.
of God of War, the newest one just came out on PC.
Oh, man, it is unreal on the PS4 Pro. I can only imagine how...
Fuck Sony, man.
No, Sony's great.
I just know, but that's what I mean about the console wars. I'm like, yeah, but you're denying one of the greatest games ever made by you're never gonna play God of War because it's a PlayStation game.
Sony, like, they have been unbelievable since the get-go. Ever since they teamed up with Nintendo to create the prototype for the Nintendo PlayStation that they were going to make together.
That's a whole different video because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we'll do that one eventually. But Sony's been on the ball. Like, even the PS4 launch was amazing. I think they sold something like, 14 million units in the first year.
Wow.
It was something along those lines.
Yeah,
but, like, they
craziness.
nailed it. And then, like, the head of PlayStation changed. And I feel like right now, just from my point of view, it's like Sony's walking with 2 left feet in this console war.
Yeah. Well, what you were saying about them not just shutting down PS4 production.
Well, they were going to shut it down, and now they're like, oh, well, we can't make the PS5s we need to make, so now we're going to go back into production for PS4s.
They were making they were making PS1s and 2s for a long time too, but it didn't jeopardize the newest generation.
But then here comes Microsoft, and we're like, here, I'll do you one better. We'll give you better tech at a lower price.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, I'll play Fortnite on this, and I'll have the wife playing on her PS4 Pro right beside me. And it's not like playing at 120 frames per second, man. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Like 60, even 60 looks slow in comparison.
Yeah, 100%.
This is, I mean, I guess on paper, I think the PS4 Pro does something like 4.2 teraflops or something like that. So it's so,
man, people start talking about teraflops and shit.
Here's the thing with
Who
that.
cares?
All that is the amount of calculations that a computer can make at any given time.
Yeah.
Like that's the simple.
Like even then, I'm reading the specs and go.
But
at the end of the day,
if
it all works fantastic together,
yeah,
that's the point.
And the developers,
we've got a bigger graphics processor. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have enough fucking RAM. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that has to work together.
And it's all about how you use the tech that's in the box.
Mm-hmm.
You can put all the crazy power. I mean, has to put one of these things together. But I mean, if developers can't use it properly, then who gives a shit?
No.
But the fact that like development on Xbox is like development on PC. That's why you're able to get like your Forza on PC. Like when you get Forza on the Xbox now, like it's
all there.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're really concentrating on that games for, like, what do you call it? Like games, what were they calling it? They call it something.
Games for Windows. They were doing for a while.
Yeah,
but now you actually have like the PC Game Pass that you can buy, like the Xbox Game Pass PC.
Yeah,
it's just Microsoft's. They've got what seems like a good understanding of how the world's working now and how technology is evolving, and
they're making the right moves.
They're making the right moves, and they're getting these things into homes. Like I said, you can walk into basically any store right now and pick one of these things up.
Yeah,
and you can play the newest games at 100, some of them up to 120 frames a second.
Crazy.
For less than $400, you're good to go.
At 4K.
Yeah, assuming you got the right TV setup going on. But it's a beautiful machine. 5 out of 5 for me. I mean, I can't knock it for anything. I mean, especially with the trade promotion I got.
Yeah. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
To get to free up some shelf space and knock a price in half.
Yeah,
Yeah, solid.
I think that, and I would love it if Sony. I mean, I can't see them doing it, but if they were to come out with like, we'll give you a 1440p PS5.
Mm-hmm.
We'll knock some dollars off, put some different chips in there, put it on the shelf.
Get it out there, yeah.
Get it out there. PlayStation owners don't want to buy. We all have PS4s.
Yeah.
The people that want to own PS5s already have PS4s. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. For the love, I can't.
It's frustrating.
I can't. And I love. And I like I said, I'm not doing this as an Xbox fanboy. I love video games.
You want everybody to succeed because then you've just got more options.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, more advanced technology on all sides.
You know, it's like me in pro wrestling.
Dude, everybody I know has everything. Like Marty, he's got both.
Yeah. It's not about like one versus the
Mike's
other.
got. I think Mike's got he had the PlayStation 5, and I think he traded it for one of these.
You just enjoy
and
games.
he's got a computer, so like he's got what he needs.
We don't need to fight people.
Don't need
We
to fight,
just
man.
need to just enjoy the games. Play something that puts a smile on your face. Load up some Minecraft. Turn the music up. You have a rough day at work, I'm telling you, load up Minecraft. The music is the most soothing thing in the world. I could play for hours.
Yeah.
Just because that
Just
music
chilling.
is awesome. Yeah. Just find something that works for you.
Yeah. NASCAR 2003 season. I'm still playing that.
For less than $400 Canadian.
Yeah, man.
To get in, to be up to date and to be in the newest generation of video games, like, you cannot go wrong. I mean, I can see the no disk drive being a deal breaker for some people.
Not really.
But I mean,
I look at it like a computer. I haven't used my optical drive in years. Why do I need one?
I've got a collection of my old school
what if
games.
you want to watch a movie? I got a DVD player.
Yeah, I've got my old school collection. I don't need to keep adding to that. I'm good with keeping my old school collection, and just moving on from there.
And I say that about what if you want to watch a movie? Well, I've got a DVD player. Well, I also have Netflix and Disney Plus. You just download the apps and stream.
It's so easy to use. Yeah, your Disney, and the cool setup. So you download Disney Plus on this thing. You open it. You open Disney Plus on your phone, and you click one button, and you're signed in. You're ready to rock.
Yeah.
Like, it was the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
So they're keeping it simple.
Yeah.
I was watching Rachel try to edit a video with Share Factory on the PlayStation.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, that's like migraine inducing.
You're just
I don't know how you do that.
I'm going to go over here.
I like the KISS method.
Keep it simple, stupid.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe. If you want to share, that's cool. If folks want to have some discussions and talk some games, hit up the comments.
Yeah.
I'll join in the chat. I'll get Blaine to throw up my tag on Instagram and Twitter if you want to do a follow. I throw up like a bunch of Halo stuff on Twitter, and I'm usually bitching about wrestling on Twitter, Halo on Instagram.
Yeah, everything's got its spot.
And then my 2022, my New Year's resolution, no Facebook. Peace.
Heads up! Ordnance drop!